Hey Virgo. Welcome to November 2018. I know we're already, 9 days, I guess, into the month. But I'm still not giving up. I still am going to get every single signs readings out, okay? Now here's something I don't normally do, and I would never have thought that I would do. And when starting this channel, which obviously I just started, but I titled your video before I did it, okay? So I titled your video, Happiness is My Birthright. The reason I'm telling you what I'm titling it before I even do it. Oop. Interesting. The reason I'm telling you before I even go about doing this video is because I was thinking about you guys. And I kind of had like a gloomy feeling. And what kept coming to me was this feeling of guilt or something like that. Very old guilt as well. That may not even be fully in your conscious mind. But it's like a guilt that you have no right to be happy or something like that. Then I lit the sage to clear the energy, and you can see it's still very much burning. So there's a lot that needs to be cleared. So with that said, the reason I'm telling you what the title is before I'm even doing the reading is to kind of instill that faith in you. Okay, so, and as well as myself, to prove that the universe has your back. And that again, that happiness is your birthright. And that's, you're born to be happy. No matter what the circumstances are, no matter what you've done in the past. Yep. Wow. No matter what you think you may have done in the past, no matter what has happened that you think is because of you, or no matter what, whether you think, because maybe somebody in your life or somebody who was in your life, maybe isn't fully happy, so you think you don't deserve it. You don't want to have happiness, perhaps, because you don't want to take it from them in some way. But you have to understand that every person's life is solely their responsibility. And you don't need to beat yourself up over someone else's problems or someone else's situation or your own. Because if you knew better, you would have done better. And now, if you know better, then you need to stop living in the past and you need to do better. And that's it. And you deserve to be happy. And you don't need to feel guilty for being happy. So, and the angels are proving that because I was shuffling for your Archangel that is either going to be around you or has a message for you. And you got Jophiel. Literally joy. And because there's a dolphin here, I'm also going to say that perhaps you need to be surrounding yourself with a community, whether that's smaller or larger, it doesn't really matter. Smaller community, sometimes it's better, at least one or two friends that you actually really trust and that can help lift your spirits and that you don't feel anxious around, because underlying that is serenity. You need peace of mind. You need calm. And most of all, you need to stop beating your own self up. So I see friendship, community, sunlight for sure. And this is the one oracle card that I pull where I read for you what the meaning is from the book, so that you can get much clearer message than besides just what I said. Joy. The card you've chosen brings forth a ray of joy. Remember, we come from the source. What did I say? Happiness is your birthright. Remember, we come from the source, which is a place of total well-being, an infinitely unfolding creative possibility. Explore the playfulness of life's joy and soak in the effervescence of play. The dolphin's truthful force reminds us of the carefree energy we felt as children. Ask Jophiel to surround you with joyous elementals to help you in your journey, and chant He, H-E-E, from the crown chakra to assist the release of joy. So that also brings me to perhaps the need to reconnect with maybe some childhood friends, maybe that you've been out of touch with for a little while. So now let's get really into it. If by chance you watched any of the readings I've done thus far, then you know the layout. If you don't, well, what I do is I pull 4 different oracle cards, or I shuffle for 4 different oracle cards. The first 3 are mind, body, spirit. And those 3 I then shuffle for 3 different tarot cards per oracle card to clarify. And the love card I just have as its own separate message, a side note, because again, I feel if we're not fully whole inside, then our relationships, they're not going to bring us necessarily good, because what they're going to do is they will, if we see it as what we need to learn, but they may be painful because what they're going to be doing is mirroring those painful parts within that we need to look at, So this is pretty cool. You got for your mental card, creative expression. God's divine creativity is expressed through your actions. And underlying that, which I think is even cooler because there's children playing, right? You got helping children underlying that. It says part of your life purpose involves teaching, guiding, and helping young people, right? How much more joy, or what other thing can bring you more joy than that? That's my day job, by the way, so I can say that. Truly, like, if you ever need to pick me up as a human being, help a child, work with a child, get to know children. Because we are children. We're all still children, no matter how old we are. We will always be. So don't ever lose your childlike heart. You know, that is what Peter Pan is all about. The Lost Boys are literally the parts of people's heart, their child heart that they abandoned at some point in their youth because of a trauma, right? And that's why, Peter Pan can only fly when he's thinking happy thoughts, right? Anyway. Another thing is, why do you think that Hook, anytime Hook is around, you hear the clock tick, 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 tick? Because that's all about getting so wrapped up in the human aspect of things, the body, which is what I'm shuffling for you right now. Which really, this is going to tell me what's going on physically with your health. But our health, can be mental, physical, emotional, or spiritual. And they all go hand in hand. So if you're not, I'm going to say, what this is if you are not expressing yourself creatively, if you're holding all of that mental creativity, all of your ideas within, it may cause physical health problems. But what I'm seeing here is that in November, there's forward movement. And if you are not feeling well, this is saying that there needs to be forward movement. And you need to stop being stagnant. You need to stop thinking that you don't have a right to be happy, because you do. And underlying the forward movement, if you're struggling with that, is sleep, which tells me that you need more rest or you need more meditation, which you could say, but you need both maybe. Because if you're having trouble going forward, it means you're stuck somewhere in your mind. You can't get past a certain thought, and so you need to sleep on it. That's basically what it's saying. It doesn't matter if you've been sleeping, getting sleep. I mean, really sleep on it. Set the intention to work out whatever these things are in your dreams. Ask God, ask Source, ask Spirit, ask your angels, ask your ancestors to help you out in your dreams so that you know what's going on subconsciously that is hindering you perhaps, or that is keeping you stagnant. And then in the morning, I would say, if you don't already have one, either create one or buy a dream journal. You can get any journal, it doesn't really matter. But I mean, you can get a legal notepad, Keep it by your bed. And in the morning, if you have any recollection of any of your dreams, break some of the things down. Even if you're too tired to write full details, at least write the important factors. Say I don't know, say you dreamt of an open door somewhere and you're too afraid to walk through it. You just say, open door, frozen, or open door, couldn't walk through. Anyway, Archangel, Spirit Guides, Ancestors. What's going on with the Virgo spirit? November 2018. And Virgos, I just want to say I love you guys very much. And when I think of Virgo, I think of earth angels, because every Virgo I have ever known has literally been an angel on earth for me. Whether they knew that or not, and whether they believed that or not, or whether they feel like that or not, whether you feel like that or not. You really are. Every Virgo I've ever known in my life has helped me see my light when I couldn't see it myself. So I feel that it's my duty now to help you see yours. Because you've got a beautiful, beautiful light within. Whoa. Oh. Like I said, beautiful light, spirituality and religion. You don't have to be religious, but guess what? We are all spirits, so we're all spiritual, whether we want to say that or deny it, you know? And here's something beautiful too. Like I said about your title, happiness is my birthright. Underlying this spirituality is trust and faith, which means you need to trust in your spirit again, trust in God, trust in the universe, because it does have your back. Now, like I said, I'm going to shuffle for a love card. It can be for any love, obviously. It can be friendships, family, romantic, or the love for yourself, between you and you. And it's just going to be, it's going to be, I hope, a motivator in a way. Or at least just the message of what could be, or what you need to know about. And that's, surrounding the main energies, which is of yourself. The main energies of you, mind, body, spirit. This only comes after we work that out. Because no matter what, we can find love. But if we don't work these things out, our love is going to tell us, and then it's going to hurt more than if we were to just be able to look in the mirror, or look within ourselves, close our eyes, and look within, ask ourselves, what's going on here? Where have I gone? Where have I gone? That's so crazy. See? Virgos. What did I say? Meditation. And how beautiful is this? Oh. Underlying the meditation is healing. So meditating will really heal you, Virgo. It'll heal your relationship with yourself and your angels and your spirit guides. Have you been listening to them lately? Or do you feel like you can't hear them? And why do you feel like you can't hear them? Because they're always around. They never leave you. And you never leave you. You never lose your soul. Nobody has the right to take your soul from you. Nobody can. It's impossible. You'll always have your soul. So it's your duty, if you don't feel like you are connected to it, to get back in touch. So now I'm going to clarify all of these three. So, whoa. Before I even said it. Okay. Archangel, spirit guides, ancestors, I want to do most. One more to clarify the creative expression card we have here, please. Whoa. Okay. I am doing these readings, by the way, very late at night, which is also why I'm talking very low. But hopefully, I also, I kind of also feel like that's needed for you right now. You need a calm energy and a calm voice. You need a soothing voice. So let's see how these three play out together. 1 second. Okay. So the first card, clarifying the creative expression mental card, is the Five of Swords, which typically could be seen as a negative, because it's totally about, it could be lack of communication, which I'm, again, thinking that before, for whatever reason, you haven't been creatively expressing yourself. You've been holding a lot of ideas and inspiration inside, and maybe that has caused you to feel like you don't have that anymore, or to feel disconnected from your childlike heart. And remember, the other card underlying it was helping children. So I really feel like that's a big thing for you. I feel like helping children will bring that inspiration back, will bring your creativity back, and could definitely help you bring your childlike heart back. Bring your spirit back to you. Really though, again, not that it ever leaves you, but to help you feel it again, because you have to feel your heart, to feel your spirit. So but on the positive end of this card, it could mean that you're standing up for yourself finally. But I do think that it really, what it is that you've had trouble expressing yourself. And the reason I say that is because following that is the Four of Pentacles. And what that tells me, what the card is really about generally is holding on to things, holding on to people. So perhaps you haven't been willing to let go of something, and it's been affecting your heart. It's a deep pain that you haven't let go of. And therefore felt the need to control yourself, which means you haven't wanted to express yourself. And not only control yourself, but you felt a need to control your surroundings, because something in your past made you feel powerless. And it really scared you. It really shook you at your core. And it probably had something to do with home life, somebody in your home life, because 4, the number 4, is always about stability, is always about home, structure, you know? However, I do feel like you're going to be releasing these things if you haven't started that process already. Yeah, this month seems to be that kind of month for everybody, or a lot of us at least. So you have the Wheel of Fortune last, but not least. It's a beautiful card to have. And what does it say? Of course, it's the Lord of the Forces of Life, which is, it's karma. And a lot of people, for some reason, which is, excuse me again, a lot of people, which has shocked me actually, but a lot of people I've noticed, whenever the word karma comes about, they automatically think negative. Because if karma is just this negative thing, that's not true. Karma is everything. Karma is action and reaction. Karma is so within, so without. And it's interesting, so I was just talking to my mom about this, that this month seems to be one of the most obvious, in your face, for everyone, energies that is telling us we've got to do the inner work. And it looks like you do. Because this card completely represents fulfillment, wholeness, some type of completion. You know, success. You're achieving that. You're finally achieving that full circle thing. Whatever it is. So now let's clarify. See, because look, for health as well, you have forward movement. So I want to clarify that. All the decks I'm using will be in the description box below. Can't freaking shuffle these right now, which is weird. Whoa! Oh, hey! Hey, magician! Okay, let's see more. Angels, spirit guides, and the ancestors. Please give me 2 more clarifiers for Virgo, November 2018. For their health card. Cool. Okay, one more. For the beautiful, beautiful Virgos. Ooh. That's hilarious. Your very own card. Literally. Oh, I love it. Oh, wow. And what is that? Your inner light, your heart. Alright. Yeah, that's awesome. So the first card you have out, my beautiful, beautiful Virgos. You really do all have the most beautiful spirits, and sometimes you're misunderstood, but you have the magician here, okay? I want you to remember your magic. open that third eye back up. Don't be afraid to. Don't be afraid to feel your heart. And don't be afraid of what you'll see. Because this represents influence, willpower. You know, concentration and psychic, very much psychic energy, but more than anything else too, it really tells me that it really represents manifesting and magnetism and like I said, so within, so without. So looks like you really are moving forward and you're growing, you're expanding completely in a very beautiful way. Because you're starting to remember who you are. Yep. You're starting to begin to remember who you are. Which brings you to this, the Page of Stones, which is the Page of Pentacles in traditional tarot. And that is all about, you know, new beginnings, solid beginnings. You're starting to set goals again for yourself, exciting goals. And listen, you're going to get those goals because look, the magician attracts whatever the magician sets out to get. You're really laying a foundation down with this card for your future because you know that you deserve a future, you deserve a happy future, you deserve a happy future, and you're finally believing it, which means that you're gonna get it. You're finally believing it, so you're finally planning for it. And that is probably because you heeded your inner calling, which was telling you to look within, because this is spiritual enlightenment. It's soul searching, you know, it's isolating, but in a good way, because it's to reevaluate things, it's to meditate, it's to find your soul again. Literally, find your soul again. Your soul that is never gone from you, it's never ripped from you, never taken away from you, ever. It's not possible. Just in there, you know. It could be deep in there. So sometimes it's painful, but hey, that's what being a human is. It's a part of this learning and living experience. And don't forget that we chose this. We all chose to fall to earth, these fallen angels, you know. A lot of religions try and tell us that we fell because we from sin, we were bad. But no, we have to remember we chose it. And we're still these magical divine beings. To not ever forget our divinity, you know? Because this is literally also about your inner guidance, your inner compass, so your inner light. It's leading the way for you. You just have to listen, be open to listening and to interpreting with however that may be. So now let's clarify the message from Spirit for you, Virgo. Hope you can hear me. I'm talking so low, and I never talk this low. Shut trust me. I'm an atheist, for God's sakes. Awesome. What are you doing, Eden? That's my cat. Hi, baby. Okay, 2 more. Where goes? You see how much that thing is still going? Man. Wow. I'm wondering if I should take these or not, but I probably should. I just don't know, guys. Doesn't feel right to me. Sweet. Okay, one more. I can just, guys. Sister. Just one more. Clarifier. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Aww. Alright, cool. I took that one because it was the only one out of everything else that flew that was face down. Everything else was face up, and they were all a mess. So I took the faith, the leap of faith. And instead of taking one of the ones upright that I could see, I took the one face down, and guess what? What is that? The star. And what is the star? Hope, faith, regeneration. It's awesome. One thing I just really need to show you real quick too before I get into these is I just noticed, look how similar those two are. It's like light in your hands, which is probably why this creative expression really needs to come out. Right. So, I don't know if I said this before. Did I say that this was the Ace of Cups? Because it's not. It's the Ace of Swords, which is still beginnings, new beginnings. But it's It's new ideas. New ideas. Breakthroughs. This is so awesome. It's like vision. It's communicating that vision. What did I say? Creative expression. Yeah. And because of that, guess what? Because of that, you're going to get your energy back. You got the King of Wands. You're energetic. You're charming again. Your humor, your funniness. The beautiful way about you. Your true light shines through again. You're protective. You're like a natural leader in your domain. And you're fearless again. And what I mean by that is you don't fear your own light. And one more time, to clarify that, it's literally the Hope and Faith card. The card that I chose, which again, I didn't know what it was. This was the only card facing down. And that's what you got. And now one last thing. Well, first of all, I'm going to close my door because my cat opened it. I swear, she's so intelligent. One second. So I am going to pull a spirit animal card for you. And for some reason, I kind of have a feeling it's going to be like a crow or a blackbird because you got the storyteller or the hermit card on this deck. You got these two blackbirds on the top of his head. You know, because they're the wise birds. And on the magician, it's called the raven in this deck, and you look at that. You've got two of those as well. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, and again, the 4, remember? 4s represent structure, your stability, your home. So what I mean to say, what I'm trying to say is whatever animal you get, I want you in the month of November. I know we're already like 9 days in, but hey, better late than never, okay? So when you see this animal, if you see this animal, regardless of whether it's in your real life, in person, or on television, a poster, a piece of art. Oh. A piece of art. That's pretty freaking cool, though. Okay. So this is pretty freaking awesome. Before I tell you what the animal is, when you see this animal, if it's in a piece of art, if it's on a poster or somewhere, even if you just see the word, but it catches your eye, even if you're looking at your wooden floors or a fence and you see the shape, in your mind it looks like that. Well, that's because your subconscious, your spirit's trying to tell you something. And what it's trying to tell you is to apply whatever this meaning of this animal is to whatever you were thinking right then when you saw the animal. So I want you to, if you see this animal, when you see this animal, to think of what you had in mind right before that and merge the two. Try and make sense of the two together. As well as looking at the time. See what time it is when you see that, and look that up as well, because numbers carry very, very, very strong vibration and very powerful messages from our guides, from our angels, from our relatives. So, my dears, you didn't get a crow, blackbird, but you got something cool. You got the hawk. You can screenshot this if you'd like to keep record of the meaning. I just hope you can see that. Okay. So, the hawk, symbolism, healing, vision, rebirth, spirituality. There are many species of hawk, each with its own legends and associated folklore. The birds have symbolized healing, freedom, vision, and rebirth. In Egyptian mythology, Isis, the goddess of abundance and fertility, assumes the shape of a hawk as she gives birth to her son, Horus, who then dies and is reborn. She also becomes a hawk to join her husband, Osiris, in the underworld. Native Americans associate the hawk with potent magic and use its feathers in healing rituals and in ceremonies to bring rain. Aww. See that? You're being reborn. Now, don't forget what your archangel is. Jophiel. You can call upon Jophiel if you feel you need, if you're not feeling joyous and you really need the assistance of Jophiel. Also dolphins. Dolphins, don't forget about that imagery as well. And your message was joy from the angels. And also, I just want you to know how I got your title. It's pretty insane. I need you to know this because of what this reading was. And I haven't done my titles this way in a while. Not that I've had this channel going on for long, but I do a lot of readings and I still title them, because I send them via email, text, whatever. So I'll title it for my listeners, viewers, whatever, for my clients. And I always title it after the fact. But for you, I didn't. I meditated and then I shuffled my cards. The universe has your back deck. And I got two very similar cards. And guess what? If you didn't notice, I took these two cards from the left side of me because that's where I had them. I had laid them there for later. But the deck I have is to my right. Even the bottom of the deck card clarifies. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. That's the underlying energy, but the two cards I got, none other than happiness is my birthright, and my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Okay? So if that doesn't give you faith, I don't know what will. I really hope that this reading helped you guys because I love you guys so much. I love everyone. I love all the signs, but you guys do have a special place in my heart because you've helped me see my inner light when I couldn't see it. Every single Virgo I've known, whether that's Virgo Sun or Virgo Rising, and I've known both. One of my very, 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 very best friends is a Virgo, and I've told her that many times that she is such a blessing in my life because she's helped me see my light when I And all I could see was dark. Okay. She reminded me of who I was. And now I'm trying to remind you of who you are. You're an earth angel. You are earth angels. So anyway, I hope that this helped you. And if you have any further questions or you would like a personal reading, the info's in the description box below. That's what everybody says, right? No, but it's true. That's where it is. Every deck I used is there too, and I'm going to try my best to get mid-month readings out for everybody, even though obviously these are very late. Alright, so yeah, I love you guys. Bye.